What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Trinidad MMA, back at it again with a prediction video, and today we're going over UFC 272, Jorge Gamebred Masvidal versus Colby Chaos Covington. This has potential to be one of the greatest rivalries in UFC history. It's up there with the Conor Khabibs, it's up there with the Daniel Cormier and John Jones. This rivalry is so fucking crazy, bro, because it has so much depth to it. These guys were best friends, and now they hate each other guts. They're enemies. Masvidal really has more hatred towards Colby because he did nothing wrong. Colby just created this WWE act or WWE character to sell fights, but he had to. The UFC was threatening to cut him because they didn't like his style. So after they told him that, he had a fight against Damian Maia in Brazil, and that's where the whole Colby Chaos Covington character was, created, calling Brazil a piece of dump, and it's sell him fights. He sold out fights with Kamaru Usman. Like, let's be honest, Kamaru Usman is the pound for pound best fighter in the world right now, but Colby brought him so much attention. Those two Colby fights brought him so much attention, so much build up. And let's not get this wrong either. Colby's not a dumbass. He might seem like a dumbass doing all this little antics and stuff, but that motherfucker could fight. Say what you want, hate him, say he's racist, say whatever. The man could fight, and I respect his fighting game. This is gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a tough one, and it's gonna have all the fans on the edge of their seat because it's a rivalry. It's one of the biggest rivalries, best friend turns enemies. But we're gonna go over two fights before we get to the main event. There are some really good fights on this card, but we're just going to go over these two fights right here. We're going to go over Rafael dos Anjos versus Rafael Fiziev. May the best Rafael wins. And then we're going to go over the featherweight fight against Edson Barbosa versus Bryce Camel Shorts Mitchell. There's also Kevin Holland and Alex Oliveira on this, but we're not going to go over that one. Nobody really cares about that one. It's going to be a good fight, but it's not worth predicting. So let's hop into Edson Barbosa versus Bryce Camel Shorts Mitchell. Edson is coming off of his first featherweight loss since he moved down, cut weight to get down there. It was a decision. It wasn't like he got finished, so it's not too bad on his end. It's a loss. Yeah, it's a loss, but he didn't get finished. Bryce Mitchell, he hasn't lost since the Ultimate season, the Ultimate Fighter finale. That was his last loss in the UFC. He's 14-1. So just think about that. He's been running through a lot of guys. They're not the guys he ran through on that 4 to 5 fight winning streak. I believe it's 4. It wasn't top contenders, but it's all wins, and he's making a name for himself. Every fight he won. Where's my damn camel shorts? Just give me my camel shorts. So I'm most likely positive he's gotten the camel shorts already, but I'm most likely positive he's gonna fight in the camel shorts on Saturday. But let's hop into this, man. Bryce Mitchell, he's well-rounded. He has a good ground game also. And for him to win this fight, he has to take it to the ground. I don't see him beating Edson in a kickboxing fight. He has to make this fight dirty. He has to wear on Edson like everybody else does. Fatigue him, get him tired. We all know Edson has one of the best kick games in the UFC. It's up there with Jose Aldo. He has a monster kick. He has a nice wheel kick. He's the first person to land a wheel kick in the UFC. He has nice low kicks, nice body kicks, so fast, so precise. But the thing about Edson is he gasses. And I understand, me being a kickboxer too, practicing kickboxing and training kickboxing and Muay Thai. Dude, throwing heat on your kicks, man, it gets you tired. You have to be in great shape to be, a kickboxer and to, throw 100% every time, or you're not supposed to be throwing 100% every time, but that's what Edson does. And that's why he fatigues himself. He throws everything with power, everything super fast, super aggressive, everything just to kill you. Every kick is to knock your head off. And if Edson sits back and has more of a patient game, a patient kickboxing game where he's not, going out there and blitzing and getting tired, he has a good chance of winning this fight. But Bryce Mitchell is just so rugged, so durable, and good at everything. He could potentially win this fight if he makes it dirty, like I said. But if he stands up and makes it a kickboxing fight with Edson Barbosa, it's going to be a tough night. Because I just believe Edson kickboxing skills is levels above Bryce. I see Bryce withstanding it and withstanding the storm because he's so tough. But it's going to be hard, man. It's going to be hard for him. And just for my prediction on this fight, I think Edson got this one, man. Bryce is a tough guy. Yeah, he's coming off of a four fight win streak. Edson just lost, but he has something to prove again, man. And I'm just gonna go with my gut feeling. I'm not just going my gut feeling, just picking randomly or anything. Edson is more than capable of beating Bryce, but I'm just gonna go with my gut feeling, and I'm gonna choose Edson Barbosa to win this one by TKO in the second round. I see him kicking Bryce Mitchell's head off, dude. Like, something just, I've been thinking about this fight, a lot, and like seeing how it goes. But every time I think about it, it's Edson. Edson winning by head kick. So Edson by head kick, Bryce Mitchell. Don't sleep on him. You never know. It's a UFC fight. You never fucking know. Let's move on to the co-main event in the lightweight division. Rafael Dos Anjos versus Rafael Fiziev. Rafael Fiziev is one of the best up-and-coming UFC fighters in the game. He trains with Piotr Yan. He's not Piotr Yan main or head striking coach, but he used to train Piotr Yan down in Tiger Muay Thai on kickboxing and Muay Thai and stuff. They've trained together numerous times, and there's sparring footage out of him and Piotr. And Rafael Fiziev is just so fucking good when it comes to a Muay Thai or kickboxing fight. Standing up in a lightweight division. And you guys are probably going to say I'm crazy for this, but he has the best pure striking game in the lightweight division. I'll even put his striking up against a Charles Oliveira, man. Charles Oliveira has great striking, but Rafael Fiziev, man, is on another level. Rafael Fiziev could be a glory kickboxing champion right now as we speak. But he chooses to come to the UFC and mixes it up, and he wants to be the best at everything. He just doesn't want to be the best kickboxer or Muay Thai fighter anymore. I believe he's a Muay Thai champion also. And yeah, I know I'm sucking his dick right now. I'm going in on him, But he's just that good. Rafael Fiziev is that good. He has so much potential. We've never seen anybody we've seen people try to take him down, and he has good takedown defense. But if Rafael Fiziev win this fight against Rafael Dos Anjos, who is a great grappler, I won't say great, but he's a good grappler, good well-rounded grappler, good well-rounded fighter to be exact. And if he wins this fight against Rafael Dos Anjos, the sky is the limit for Rafael Fiziev because the man is a monster. He's 11-1. I haven't seen him lose in the UFC yet. That one loss, I bet you, is from an amateur career or his pro career coming up. And he's going up against a solid, tough fighter. We've all want to see him fight a wrestler or a good grappler. And this is what he's going to go up against. Rafael Dos Anjos. He's beaten the Nate Diaz. He's beaten the Cowboys. He's beaten all of the top guys. He's had the belt before. Almost fought Conor. But I honestly can't remember Rafael Dos Anjos' last fight. So this is going to be a good one. I'm not going to sleep on Rafael Dos Anjos. He's still a good, solid fighter. But I don't see him having what it takes to hang in there with this amazing world-class striker as Rafael Fiziev. Yes, of course, his game plan is going to be not to strike with him, to grapple, make it dirty, take him down, try to submit him, ground and pound him. But I don't see that happening. I've seen people try to take down Fiziev before. He has great takedown defense. We haven't seen him work really on the ground or seen him off his back. I doubt he has submissions off his back and stuff like that. But his whole game plan is to strike with you. You try to take him down, stuff him, get back up, and strike. Because his striking level is so higher than everybody else in that weight class. And he has potential to be the lightweight champion. Don't sleep on this guy. He's a monster. I see Rafael Fiziev winning by TKO in the third round. I see him finishing Rafael Dos Anjos. And yeah, man, let's move on to the main event. Colby Chaos Covington versus Jorge Masvidal. This is a killer rivalry. They hate each other guts. like I said in the intro, I broke it down already. Let's just break down the fight itself and not the drama show. You know, because everybody's watching this one. They're both coming off of losses against the champ. They both fought the champ twice already. Like, this is crazy. These guys came up together as best friends, wanting to be UFC welterweight champion. Well, Masvidal was at lightweight at first when they were both training together. Then he finally moved to welterweight, and then the whole drama show started at welterweight, and now they're able to fight each other. So they're both coming off of losses. This is not a title contender fight because they both just lost to the champ. Colby obviously did a better job against Kamaru Usman. He did not get finished. Well, what am I saying? He got finished in the first fight, so they both got finished by Kamaru Usman. Man, Kamaru Usman's a fucking motherfucker, huh? But the way I see this one going, man, is Colby Chaos Covington pace is unmatched. The only guy that can not match his pace, but is better, is Kamaru Usman. Colby, say what you want, the man could fight, and he's going to come in here ready. He knows Masvidal has power in those hands. He knows Masvidal is like a tricky striker, and he has a variety of tools in the striking department to finish people and to murk people. He's a great striker, but can he mix it up as well as Colby Chaos Covington? Can he handle that fucking pressure, that chaos, that pressure for real that Colby puts on you? Colby's not trying to take you down and hold you down. He's just trying to exhaust you. He's trying to just be in your face 100% of the time, and he's going to try to break fighters. That's what he does. He breaks people. He has that Nate Diaz or Nick Diaz fighting style, if you really think about it. He has that. And Masvidal, as much as I want Masvidal to win, I don't know if Masvidal could handle that pace. Like, he could prove me wrong. He could sleep Colby. That's what he actually wants to do. He wants to finish Colby. He wants to take his head off. And he wants to make this a violent fight. As he said, he wants to leave Colby in critical condition. Critical condition. And I'm hoping that Masvidal is not too into this fight mentally where he's like, you know, I have to finish this guy. I can't lose to this guy. I hope he's not overthinking this, you know. It's 50-50, man. But if I had to put my money on it, watching all of Colby's fights and watching the way Colby fights and watching the guys that beaten Masvidal and how they have beaten Masvidal. Of course, Kamaru knocked him out. That was the first guy to TKO him. But the fighters that have beaten Masvidal are, you know, yeah, he's had those close losses, those split decisions, but those fighters that dominated him was wrestlers. And Colby is number 2 best wrestler in the welterweight division right now. And it's a tough one. It's hard to go against my boy Jorge Game Bad Masvidal, the baddest motherfucker. I don't know why the baddest motherfucker belt is not on the line for this. These guys are headlining a pay-per-view, and both of them are not champions. Like, this is never done before. This is the power, the star power both of these guys have. These are 2 UFC stars that are not champion, and it's gonna be a tough one, man. I hope Masvidal is ready. Like, I'm picking Colby right now, but in my heart of hearts, I want Masvidal to beat him up and fuck this guy up, because what Colby did, you can kind of understand it. Yes, he had to do it to make money and make a living and stay in the UFC, but is all of that worth it, turning on your friends? Like, he was obviously best friends with Masvidal, and he did that for bread. Like, that's fucked up, but it is what it is. I said I'm not going to get into the drama show, but there's so much drama in this main event. I see Colby just setting that pace on Masvidal, getting in his face, not trying to strike with him too much in the first couple rounds. The first couple rounds, I see Colby just wearing on him, getting him exhausted, and then in the 3rd or 5th round, he's going to strike with him more, mix it up a little more in the striking department with him. But Masvidal in the 1st and 2nd round is where he's most dangerous. And Colby knows that. Colby's smart. He might say stupid shit, but he's not a dumbass. Trust me, when it comes to fighting, he knows what he does. He knows what he has to do. Jorge Masvidal, ways for him to win this fight is, of course, in the striking department. And when I say Colby's a better, well-rounded fighter, I'm not saying that Masvidal can't wrestle or he doesn't have a submission game. He has submission wins. But Colby is just that much better of a grappler than Masvidal. And I don't see Masvidal coming in here to strike. I mean, I don't see Masvidal coming in here to wrestle Colby. He's coming in here to rip his head off. He's coming in here to finish him in striking, and he's going up against the second best wrestler in the welterweight division. And Mr. Pressure himself, that's what Colby brings, the pressure. And I see Colby winning this one, man. I see Colby winning this one, 5-round decision, just pushing that pace like I've said over and over again. And I see him beating Jorge Masvidal. I hope I'm not right, but that's what I see, and I'm not gonna, lie or be biased against a guy that I want to win. I'm gonna tell you how I see the fight going as a fight fan. So Colby Covington, the winner by decision. So yeah, man. Let me know what you guys think, man. This is kind of a longer, little in-depth review of the fight because there's so much animosity going on with this one. But let me know what you guys think, man. Comment, subscribe, and make sure to like the video. Peace.